Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the Etero Whiskey Club, Whiskey 101 section. All right, today we're going to talk a little bit about the spelling of the word whiskey. I know there's a lot of confusion out there, and I've actually heard people in seminars say that if it's spelled this way, it's definitely from America. If it's spelled that way, it's definitely from Canada, England, Scotland, Japan, just whatever. But it's really not that. It's not that way at all. So in Scotland, yes, I can't think of one single instance where Scotland or Scotch is not spelled just with the Y. That's it. Scotch, whiskey. And to be Scotch, by the way, has to come from Scotland. So whiskey just with the Y. Now Ireland, typically you'll see it like the American style, EY, whiskey with the EY. There are some examples that I can think of back in the early 70s. I want to say it's Green Spot. I could be wrong, but I'm 95% sure that that's correct. Green Spot, a couple of the other ones, they would just use the regular standard Y, not the EY. Now, in the States, it gets even a little bit more confusion because there are some whiskeys in America and bourbons that'll use EY or Y. For example, the famed wax red cap Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark goes with more of the traditional of the no E, whiskey. American, it'll say Maker's Mark. Kentucky straight, bourbon, whiskey. So you see there's no E on. George Dickel's another example of that. But traditionally in America, you've got the standard Buffalo Trace here, Kentucky straight, bourbon, whiskey, and of course you do have the EY, typical or more similar to the Irish spelling. So in Ireland, you'll normally see the EY. In America, you'll normally see the EY, but there's instances in both that don't necessarily have the EY. Now in Scotland, as I say, always Y, or if there's a distillery that's just recently started that I don't know about, that could be the case where they use EY. I wouldn't imagine that's the case. Japan, Canada, typically the other distilleries around the world go with no E, just the Y. So that's it. It's pretty simple. It doesn't mean a lot. It just kind of gives you a little bit of a direction as to where the whiskey's from. Typically in Scotland, no EY. Typically in Ireland and America, does have the EY. So that's it on the spelling. It's quite simple. Until the next time, see you then. Ciao.